Are you someone who has this list of important things that you want to get done, but somehow just didn't get to in the past year, or even in the past 2, 3 years, or even 5 years, and you're wondering how can you finally get to it? Today in this video, I want to demonstrate something to you that might help you to finally get that important thing done. I absolutely understand what you might be feeling right now. There is this one thing in your mind that you always wanted to do. For example, start your own business, or move to a new country and start living and working there, or starting to write a new book, or even make a film. But for some reason, you kept delaying it and haven't started until now. So let's just assume you know what your priorities are right now. You know what is important to you, but you just can't get yourself to do them. I'm going to use this glass to demonstrate it to you now. This glass represents the time that you have available, but it could also represent another resource. It can represent the energy you have or the focus you have to do something. And this year, this piece of ginger here is your priority. I don't know why I'm using ginger. I just happen to have this in my kitchen. So back to the topic, just imagine that this is the thing that you really want to accomplish. Your dream, your career change, your new book, or whatever. And let's just put this aside for a second. But the reality in life is that there are so many other things on a daily basis that you want to do. Let's say that those things are online shopping, represented by these grapes here. Online shopping. And maybe doing some browsing, or reading news online. See, the glass is almost half full, but not in a good way. And then we have a bunch of these potatoes here, which will represent housework. Everyone has some housework to do at home, unless you have a maid or someone to help you with that. But most people will need to clean, do the laundry, wash the dishes, etc. And you might be one of those people who don't spend that much time on household work, including me, and that might even be a good thing. But let's just say for this example that you do a ton of household work. And I would say that especially women are prone to doing too much household work. So if on a daily basis that is what you prioritize in your schedule, then you will fill up your glass further. And now let's add to that these Brazil nuts. Whoops! These represent all the things that might be urgent to do but are not that important. And that might include spending too much time on a task for work or for your studies that doesn't really add value to the thing. So let's add a bunch of these into the glass. See, the glass is almost full. And now let's go back to our priority. This is what is actually important to us. Writing that book, or making that film, or planning for a career change, or moving overseas, or whatever that is important to you. And now let's try to fit that into the glass. And you see, I mean, it's so trivial, it's so mundane. Of course it doesn't fit in. If you filled your glass, your time, and used your resources for all these unimportant things and that are not a priority, but you are just reacting to them because they are in front of you and you feel like you have to do them now, then of course you'll never get to doing this. And I know, guys, this concept is so basic and everyone understands it. But when we are hustling and when we are really busy doing a lot of things and we feel tired and don't have time to think, what we usually do is that we just react to the circumstances. We react to the situations and things that happen in our lives. And we don't take the time to either stop or even just pause and take a step back and ask ourselves, so what was it again that is so important to me? If in the next year you do not want to make the same mistake again and do not want to have the same regrets again at the end of the year, remember that you keep this a priority. So try and do it differently this time. Take this piece of ginger, your priority, and put it in the glass first. And it doesn't even mean that you have to or that you are necessarily going to complete this thing all at once, but it means that at least you've prioritized some time and using some of your energy to invest in this thing that's important to you. And only after you've done it, then you take the remaining things, your household work, your unimportant task, your online shopping, your browsing, your Netflix or whatever, and then you fill up the glass and not the other way around. I hope this video was useful to you, and I really hope for you that you can finally start to invest time doing the things that are truly important for you in the long run. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon.